Hey guys, it's Brooke and happy Saturday, and today I'm going to be doing the third video of some of my favorite lyrics of all time.
Danced the night away. We drank too much. I held your hair back when you were throwing up.
So I started doing these videos in probably April, and this is the third one I'm doing where I highlight some of my favorite lyrics of all time. And I have an ongoing list and I just put in like installments to this, and I haven't made one in a while and I'm really excited to share the next one with you. Two things I want to do before I get started though. I, first of all, want to give a shout out to my sister's friend Emma, who watches my channel, which is very sweet, and wanted me to say hi to her in one of my videos. So hey Emma. And also I wanted to talk for a minute about the Undrtone case. If you have never watched any of my videos before, you may not know about the Undrtone case. The Undrtone was a 17-year-old girl who went missing from Phoenix, Arizona in 2001. It originally was made to look like she was a runaway, but after further investigation, everyone, including the law enforcement in Phoenix, believed that her stepfather killed her after sexually abusing her, and he had a history of sexually abusing her. And this case has still not been solved. They haven't even prosecuted him, even though they have admitted that they believe that he is the one who committed the crime. And they have told her sister that the only hope for it is to get media exposure for the case. I know that I do not have the, biggest platform to get media exposure on, but ever since finding out about this case, I found out about it from a video that Kendall Ray made. I have done my best to share the story with as many people as possible, and I'm trying to build a platform specifically for Alyssa, mostly on Twitter. I started talking about it on my personal Twitter as soon as I found out about it, and I made an account just to talk about Alyssa that I've started using more frequently. I'll put the handle up here for that account. Today is kind of a frustrating day for that because the Phoenix Police Department and the Maricopa County Law Enforcement has never treated Sarah, who is Alyssa's little sister, right, and they're just blatantly lying to her at this point. And it's very frustrating because there's no reason why they shouldn't be solving this. And Sarah is one of the best people that I know. I've been very fortunate to get to talk to her a lot since I started advocating for this case, and she is the most wonderful human being ever, and it makes me angry that anyone would be less than kind to her, and she and Alyssa deserve answers in this case so much. So I have an entire video on it. You can watch that, or I recommend watching Kendall Ray's video, or there is an awesome true crime podcast called Missing Alyssa that is really good on it, as well as a lot of other sources. Several people have made videos about it. I will link all of the information. There is a petition that we are working on getting signed to demand that they send him to trial for her death. I will be linking that. It is very close to 40,000 signatures, which is a really crazy amount. So I would appreciate if you sign that. All you have to do is put in your name and address and email address, I believe, to do that. And yeah, I normally link just a few of the resources, but I'm gonna link everything, and I would really appreciate if you would get involved. You may not think that you have the power to do anything, but you do, because if anyone didn't really have the power to do anything, it was me, and I have found a way to be helpful. Even if it's not as quickly as it would like it to be, I'm not going to give up on this, and I'm not going to stop talking about it until there's some kind of answer. And this is something that I care so strongly about, and it has been ignored for so long. And yeah, I would just really appreciate if you would take a moment, check out the story. I have a thread on Twitter you can read that summarizes the story if you don't feel like watching the entire video. And yeah, guys, justice for Alyssa. So now on to the lyrics. Reality will break your heart. Survival will not be the hardest part. Keeping all your hopes alive. All the rest of you has died. So let it break your heart. I have expressed so many times on this channel my love for Paramore and for their album After Laughter, and my favorite song on that album is 26. And this album came out when I was going through a really difficult time, and these lyrics have always resonated with me. They make me very emotional, and the line "survival will not always be the hardest part" has always really struck a chord with me, because sometimes it's not as hard to just go through the motions and let everything pass you by, but the real problem is, as she says, keeping all your hopes alive when all the rest of you has died. And yeah, I just adore these lyrics.
In my head I do everything right. When you call I'll forgive and I'll fight. Because are the moments I play in the dark. We were wild and fluorescent, come home to my heart.
These lyrics from the song Supercut, which is, by the way, super underrated, from Lord's Melodrama, have been some of my favorites since the first time I heard them. I remember the very first time I heard these lyrics, I was like, oh, they were just so good. And I listen to these all the time. These are like lyrics that are almost just beautifully written in the way that they are, and the way that they sound are just beautiful. And she says, ours are the moments I play in the dark. We were wild and fluorescent, come home to my heart. And I don't know why, but there's just almost this visual for me that goes along with those lyrics. And I have adored them since this album came out, and they are still some of my favorites.
It's still all over me. Wine staining dress.
Another song that has been with me through some hard times is Clean by Taylor Swift. And this line is kind of a blunt metaphor, but it's an accurate one. And she says, you're still all over me like a wine-stained dress I can't wear anymore. And that paints such a clear visual. I can just picture a lightly colored dress with red wine spilled on it, and you can't get it out no matter what you do. And that's sometimes how people feel about their own mistakes, and these lyrics resonate with me so much and are some of my all-time favorites. This line from Kendrick Lamar I overlooked for a really long time because I've liked this song since it came out, but I think it was probably only a few months ago that these lyrics really caught my ear, and I was like, wow. And these are from his hit song DNA. You've probably heard it, and he says several times in the song, sex, money, murder, these are the breaks. And this line, even though it's short and it's very quick, and he says it very quickly in like a second of the song, is so powerful when you sit here and take a moment. And I've always believed that Kendrick is a fantastic writer and such a wonderful artist. But if you think about it, those three things are the motives for pretty much all of the evil that goes on in the world. I mean, there may be some exceptions, but if you think about crime and you think about motives, those are, as he would say, the bricks. And the last one is from a classic rock song, which would obviously be Ramble On by Led Zeppelin, Dean Winchester's favorite song. And these are the classic lyrics, gotta find the queen of all my dreams. And I have always loved this song, always loved that line. And yeah, that's just a classic. That's another one that I would like get a tattoo of. But yeah guys, I hope you like this video. Let me know some of your favorite lyrics of all time. I will have another part of this up eventually. I do have some very exciting things coming. I know this was kind of a short video. I will be linking my 3 most recent videos, including me reacting to Halsey's most recent single that she put out. And yeah guys, I will see you next Saturday, if not sooner. This is my Twitter. I would really appreciate if you would take a moment and look over the details of Alyssa's case and consider getting involved. Even if your involvement is just telling your best friend about it, or your involvement is just posting about it on Facebook, or your involvement is just signing the petition, or your involvement is just retweeting the thread on Twitter. It would mean so much to me if you would do something. So please consider it. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you guys soon. Bye.